Everybody, how's it going? This is Joe. Welcome back to another episode of the Inside Our Phillies podcast. And the Phillies have just lost 2 out of 3 against the Kansas City Royals in what is probably the worst series of the season. Maybe, at least it's the worst team they've lost a series to. And here to talk all about it, we have Jeremy, SJ Phillies fan. How are you today, man?
Good, good. It's been as good as it can be. Was traveling back today, and was watching the game on game day on the plane, and then I stopped after the first inning.
Yep,
Not good.
you did not miss much. I think this was like, the 10th time I saw in baseball history that a team has scored in every inning of a game. The Phillies did not prevent the Royals from scoring in any inning in this game.
I mean, the hilarious Seth Johnson's the only one that didn't give up a run.
There you go. He gave us 2/3 strong.
Yeah, but there's always a series that like this shit. Uh, like the Dodgers like lost to the Twins or something like recently. There's always a bad team that like a couple years ago didn't the Pirates like sweep the Dodgers series?
Yeah. No,
But,
you're
like,
right. I think it was like the Pirates or something like that, right?
yeah, and obviously the Pirates were way worse than they are this year. So it's kind of it's baseball season. It's
Yeah.
annoying as hell. I'm more annoyed because of Sanchez's ERA and the whole All Star starters thing like that.
Couple things about that, and we'll get into all the All-Star stuff, of course. It was actually the 21st time since 1900 that a team has scored in every inning in which they batted. But first, with like the ERA, Cy Young stuff, I am growing more tired of that kind of discussion early in the year, right? Like, did his ERA go up a lot today? It did. It was 2. Now it's 2.62. That's obviously a massive difference for one game in July. But I also, frankly, I'm just not the kind of person that cares all that much about those kind of individual awards. Is it cool? Yeah, but I think just about everybody would take a 2022 Phillies season over a 2021 Phillies season when the Phillies did win the MVP and they should have also won the Cy Young.
Definitely. I just want since the All Star games in Philly, I just like come on. Like if somehow it doesn't, I'll get mad. I'll get over it real fast.
Yeah, for those unfamiliar, Phillies got 5 All Stars into the game, which I think people would have called you a lunatic if you said that at the end of
I
April.
said 6, and we were robbed of that, which is the funny part.
Yeah, well, they got 5. Chris Sanchez is going to be in the All Star game, and he will probably start just because of how many of the other top National League pitchers are pitching on Sunday. John Turan, he made the All Star game. Brandon Marsh was elected as the starter in the outfield, so that is good to see for Brandon Marsh. Kyle Schwarber made the All Star game, and then hilariously, as like the legacy commissioners selection, um, Bryce Harper made the All Star game. So 5 Philly All Stars.
Yeah, and Wheeler was robbed.
Yeah, and because Wheeler is pitching Sunday, we're kind of in the same spot as Sanchez
Yeah,
was last
it's
year,
just
where
hilarious.
he can't be chosen at this point.
Yeah,
So that
it's just like, what is MLB doing with this shit? You should look at that stuff and be like, oh, okay, we don't want to give like say we don't want to give the Phillies 6 players in the All Star game, whatever. Like, oh, he won't be able to pitch anyway. Okay,
yeah,
it's just
no,
ridiculous.
the one that I think you can criticize the most is Logan Webb making the All Star game. The Giants already had a representative in Luis Rise, and Logan Webb, I think, is kind of just like strictly worse than Wheeler so far this year. Pretty much no matter how you slice it, except for innings pitched, and even then, you're only talking like a 13, 14 inning difference. So, in my opinion, they should have given Wheeler the nomination, let him get it, and then just give it over to Logan Webb, and then everybody's happy.
Yeah, yeah, it's just so dumb. Like he didn't qualify for the ERA test, but his numbers are so good, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's just
and
there's always some bizarre all-star snub. It just like first of all, the All-Star nominations really are truly meaningless since every team gets one. My favorite is hold on, let me what's his yeah, Mark Redmond was the Royal back. This is a throwback name. Mark Redmond was the Royal uh, All Star pick in 2006 when they they were 62 and 100. They were pretty bad. And then let me just make sure let's see what his first season stats are. That really is what matters. Yeah, it
yeah,
doesn't matter. So he finished that year 2006 with a 5.71 ERA. His ERA in the first half was 5.27. Like, and he's a one-time All-Star because
yeah.
they had to give someone.
No, it's pretty
So
stupid, right?
yeah,
Like you find like
yeah.
crazy things where like CJ Crone was an all-star for like the 2022 Rockies. It's just like, what are we doing here at some point? And I don't know. At least for me, this is kind of just like taken like a lot of the luster out of the All-Star game. I remember talking a lot about this last year, just how ridiculous it is.
Okay. It depends on CJ Crone. The first half, he hit 298 OPS of 902.
Yeah, I mean, Coors
His second
Field,
half
right?
was abysmal. So it's one of those things where, like, yeah. So my thing is, MLB has created the All MLB team with like the All NBA team, All NFL team. So those are the things that everyone, the writers, the voters, and how we talk about player years should be based on. The All Star game is halfway through the year. We should just get rid of that in terms of like, sure, you can put it for contract. Players want to put it for contracts, sure, put it for contract. But in terms of like Hall of Fame voting, all that shit, throw that out the window and just it's for the fans. Let anyone be a fucking all star if they're popular.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that. I think the All Star game. I don't know. It just doesn't mean anything to me
Well,
anymore. Really.
in in all sports, it's just it doesn't matter anymore with the way modern sports media is.
Yeah.
Before the internet, it was like back when the All Star game happened. Like you guys see Reggie Jackson against uh, who was when he hit the home run. I don't remember who it was, but it's like, oh my god, you never get to see this stuff. But yeah, but like all the highlights on YouTube and everything. It's just
Sure.
there's no special to the All Star game. Nothing special to the All Star game anymore. There's nothing special about it, especially with interleague every day. And yeah, it's the All Star. It's pointless in the NBA. It's pointless in hockey. Like they don't how many goals they score because no one wants to get hurt. It's
Well, hockey's
yeah.
they kind of divested away from the All Star game, right? The Olympics took the spot of it this year. Last year, the Four Nations tournament took the place of the All Star game. So, like, hockey's doing what they can to make it mean less and have
Well,
it less
yeah. So, but
off.
yeah, even more so. But yeah, but like yeah, the All Star it should be just fun. Like yeah, you should have the home run derby. You should have just make it fun. And I just feel the All Star game isn't fun anymore.
No,
Like and
absolutely.
because especially for good reason, they got rid of the stupid home field advantage crap tied to the All Star game.
I love that just because it made it at least mean something.
Yeah,
But
but
I
then
know
you have the
I'm
bullshit. It's just a Brad Lids going up and down like 6 times.
sure, sure. Um, Fun All Star game trivia question for you. When was the last year that the Phillies only had one representative in the All Star game? And who was that representative?
Okay, was it in the 2020s?
It was not in the 2020s.
Was it in the 2010s? What decade? Give me a decade.
It was in the 2010s.
Okay.
It happened a lot of years in the 2010s.
Ok- Okay. Okay. It can't be. Okay. So it has to be post Cliff Lee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
And then
2013, it
post.
was Cliff Lee and Don Brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, so in 2015, we would have had Hamels. Is it after 2015?
It's after 2015. 15, they only had
Okay.
one, by the way, Papelbon.
Oh, really? Wasn't selected? Okay. Uh, okay. Well, I'm gonna guess. Oh God, Reese Hoskins?
Nope.
No,
Rhys Hoskins
no,
never made the All-Star
no,
game as a Philly.
no. Oh God. Is it so Double then, right?
It's not Odubel. That was 2016.
2016 we had two. I guess
No,
Nola.
we
Probably
had
Nola,
one in
right?
2016, but there's a more recent year where there was only one.
What the God? So what is it? Is it Harper?
No, Harper didn't make the All-Star team for the Phillies until 2022.
Okay, okay. Is it a position player?
It is a position player, so that takes you out of 2017 Pat Neshek and 2018 Aaron Nola. So it's a 2019 year.
The, who the hell? 2019 was Dean Segura?
JT Real Muto.
Oh, okay.
Everyone forgets 2019 JT Realmuto, Phillies All Star.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
yeah. I forget. Yeah, I mean, JT should have been an All Star in 2022 also.
oh yeah. I mean,
And
without a doubt, the
eh,
best year of his career.
yeah, yeah.
But how crazy is it that Harper didn't make the All Star game as a Philly until 2022? I don't know. It's just hilarious.
Oh yeah. I mean, Rollins didn't make it his MVP year also. Yeah, Rollins never made the All Star game after 2005, and then he had wore a 4.6, 6.1, 5.5. A lot of that is Rollins was incredibly streaky and pretty mid always in the first half.
Yeah. No, you're right. What
In
do
the
you make
yeah,
of
yeah, Rollins' first half stat career OPS of 715 and the second half of 778.
what
So
do you make of Bryce Harper being the legacy commissioner selection?
I think it was an excuse to pick someone else to do it because the guy at 900 OPS leads all first baseman, the legend pick. Come on, it's ridiculous. So it was just it's the same shit with the Wheeler. Like they should have let Wheeler do the same, pick Wheeler because he's just so good, but they had like these arbitrary, stupid limitations to the All Star game are just ridiculous.
I mean, I don't think Bryce Harper deserved to be in the All Star game this year. I
How?
think I think he kind
How's
of.
a guy with a 900 OPS deserve not to be in the All Star game?
I mean, you look at like the WAR, and the WAR is low for an All Star. He's on pace for like
No,
4.4 WAR or 4.3 WAR, something like that. The
yeah,
defense is
okay,
mostly
but
what's holding it
hold
down.
on, yeah, but I will. It's always like this funny. Uh, what is it? Yeah, Baseball Reference qualifies All Star quality as 5 plus. Like, let's just go to the All Star. Let's 2020. Let's keep 2024 All Star game. Come. Oh,
I'll tell you what I
oh,
think
come on,
while you
game.
dig that up about the Bryce
Yeah,
Harper
sure.
legacy thing. And ultimately I think he should be in the All-Star game because it's in Philadelphia. And I think that's really the only reason that he deserves it. I think that when you look at like first baseman in the National League, you can say without a doubt that Matt Olson deserves it more. You can say that Freddie Freeman deserves it more. And I think then at that point, then you're really getting into like an argument between like, okay, who is like the third best first baseman? When you consider that like every team needs to get a representative, I think it's hard to like find like the natural landing spot um for Bryce Harper. But with that being said, I'm glad he's there. If you go at least by wins above average for first baseman, Phillies slash Bryce Harper rank in fifth place in the National League, between the Cubs, who are pretty much putting Michael Bush out there every day, the Dodgers, who are putting Freeman out there every day, the Braves with um, obviously Matt Olson, and then the Brewers as well, with the mix of like Jake Bowers and Andrew Vaughn. Um, so go ahead.
Hold on, I'm doing the math right now of all these.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'll talk a little more about the rest of the Phillies All Star selections. I don't think any of these are a surprise. I would have loved to see like if Marsh would have gotten in if he didn't win the fan vote. I think he absolutely had a very strong candidacy, especially with the outfield across baseball being like as bad as it is right now. I think that Brandon Marsh has been a true bright spot. And I know some people are going to be like, Joe, you're contradicting yourself if you were talking a lot about the argument with War and Harper because Marsh has less War, but I think it's mostly just because of that positional adjustment that, at least for me, does tend to have me think that Marsh deserves the um, benefit of the doubt.
Yep. Yeah, Marsh definitely should have been an all-star, so I'm glad it happened. I mean, I'm doing this because every time I talk about him being slumping on the podcast, he seems to break out of it. He's slumping again. They're throwing nut no strikes, and he just can't freaking not take the walk. Really annoying. Stop it.
True.
And
Uh,
but yeah, but he was so clutch so many times, especially in that whole National series, which was insane. So like, yeah, I don't know how he couldn't be an all-star. Just been one of the league leaders in hitting all year, been one of the few 300 hitters. That yeah. So no reason why he couldn't be an all-star.
for sure. As
Okay,
we kind of like, you
I
have it?
got my math done. So
Good.
yeah, so according to Baseball Reference, 5+ is all-star quality. So I just did the starting lineup. So 1 through 9, 1 through 9 plus the pitcher. So you have 20 starters. How many finished the year with 5 WAR? 5+ WAR.
This year?
Last year. I did last year
Last
because
year?
the year's not over yet.
Oh,
They
I
say
thought you
five
were talking.
WAR. No. I'm doing last year.
Give me 2/3 ish.
Nope.
How many?
Only 8.
Only 8. So you're talking less than half at that point.
Yep. Judge, Raleigh, Otani. Oh, wait. Nope. 7. I'm 7. I'm left one. I didn't get rid of one. 7. Judge, Raleigh, Otani, Lindor, Pete Armstrong, Skeens, and Scooble. The only starters that finished with all-star quality worth of WAR.
Who didn't?
What?
Who didn't? Let's go through the list of who didn't too. I'm interested.
Oh, gee. Okay. Yeah. Gleyber Torres, Riley Green, Vlad Jr., O'Hearn, Caminero, Javi Baez, Jacob Wilson. Pretty much all of the AL starters.
Okay.
Acuna. I mean, he was hurt, but still doesn't matter. Ketel Marte, Freddie Freeman, Machado, Will Smith, Kyle Tucker.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue with. I will say I'm like getting more and more bothered by like the whole all-star vote part of it because like I think you always get some people that don't really deserve to be all-stars.
Oh
All-star
man,
game
my
odds?
my favorite All Star game. It was either 2015 or 2016 when everyone was just voting for the Royals to show how pointless the All Star voting is, and it was they definitely threw out ballots because it was leading. Right, it's the uh, good times.
I remember that. That was a time. Um, but yeah, anything else about the All-Star game before we kind of move on to everything else?
Yeah, it'll be just be interesting. It'd be like Miz not pitching on that Sunday. If they move it around, he's got to start. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I do have one more fun thing for you that I found on like this All-Star page tour that I ended up finding myself on. So, how many starting pitchers do you think the Phillies have used this season so far?
Okay, so you have obviously Sanchez, Wheeler, Nola. Luzardo, Painter, Walker. Ron Hell hasn't actually started a game.
Are you sure?
Uh, did he finally start his last one?
He has started a game.
Uh, okay, what was that? 6 or 7 I started.
You're at 7.
Okay, and then you have Mesa.
Mesa started 3 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then what is it? I think I forgot who because I remember the one time Painter got a migraine and so he couldn't for like the first. So is it 9 or 10?
It's 11. You're forgetting
Oh,
about Zach Pop, Tanner
oh,
Banks, and Kyle Backus.
okay. Yes, I should have remembered the Banks one. Yeah, yep,
Lefties, right? All the lefties for the openers.
yeah.
I would not have guessed that it was 11. And like digging
Well, I was only
around,
off by one, so
that seems like maybe around league average, like slightly above, maybe. The Pirates have the Cardinals are like way below average this year. Cardinals only having 6 starting pitchers, the Pirates only having
yeah, yeah. I
7.
know, but we're also including openers and shit, and so like the ones that Ron Hell came in and the one that Painter came because he was had a migraine and stuff. And those are
Sure,
technically starting pitchers, but no.
sure. Nope, you're spot on. And how weird is it too that like you look at Taiwan Walker, and Taiwan Walker only pitched in 5 games. Like it feels looking back on it, like it was so much longer, but he only pitched in five
It was just
games.
so bad.
He was just that bad, right?
He pitched
Um,
5 games and had a negative point 7 more.
yeah, that's not great. That's not how they teach you how to do it in pitching school. But let's get into the series. I think a lot of people are going to want to talk about the game today because this was one of the games of all time. Obviously, I was talking a little bit earlier about the whole Kansas City scoring in every inning and Christopher Sanchez struggling part of it. But for me, the more telling part of the last 2 games in this series has been the offense. The starting pitchers for the Royals have been Luinder Avila, and then today, obviously, it was Noah Cameron. And these are not good starting pitchers, right? Their ERAs are around 5 apiece, give or take. And if you look at the stats down under, and that's even worse. It is not a particularly impressive bullpen that the Royals have, but yet the offense struggled nonetheless. To me, that is the bigger takeaway of this series.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't the past 2 games they had like prime opportunities in the first innings and then nothing. So and a lot of it was Marsh that just struck out second and third, 1 out, and then then they pop out yesterday with guys. And so yeah, the offense kind of doing the same shit when they struggle. Very frustrating. Can't bring the runners in. And that but I mean what really was just yeah, Nola actually pitched great yesterday and it was just frustrating. And then if freaking Balkus comes in and like the one guy you don't want pitching to old man Salvador Perez who can't hit anything like of proper velocity and just have Balkus tossing up junk.
Salvador Perez had a series. He was triple
He
away
did.
from the cycle today.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those guys you just of course he would hit us.
Right, right. Even though he is awful now.
Yeah.
Um, I think one thing that we can point to, if we want to be optimistic, is like Trey Turner. I mean, it wasn't a
No,
great series. It was a great day today, 3 for 4. But we'll ignore his
but
0 for 4.
defensively he cost a bunch of the runs in the first inning.
I mean, at this point, to me, that's almost expected. I mean, Trey Turner can't be your shortstop anymore.
I know. No one forced Sanchez to give up the home run in the first. No one forced that. But yeah, he bought 2 double play balls and only got 1 error because they don't give errors anymore. But I am now joining the train of this. You have me. You have uh, what? Jesus, I am blanking. Uh, yeah, you have me. You have Seltzer. You have Larry. You have McCarthy. Just they don't freaking score errors anymore. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, it's a lame way to artificially inflate offensive numbers of the sport.
Yeah, I mean, it feels very like transparent what they're doing because I think everybody knows that offense around the league is down, and by them refusing to call errors, it make things look like not maybe as dire as they are, even though it's not a huge impact, right? Like it's something you see a few times a week, but it really bothers you, uh, those few times that you see it.
Yeah, it's just because it's just it makes the product sloppy. It's like, oh, that's not it's not a bad play by the infielder. It's just like yeah, and I
Right.
mean this is even before they stopped doing infield errors. It always just, it insanely boggles me like how they never will give outfielders any error unless they physically boot it or throw it wrong.
Well, that's the letter of the law, right? If you don't touch the ball, you like can't be charged an error. That's just
That's
the way the
bullshit. If
baseball
you,
rules are.
but I feel like for outfielders though, like your whole job is there to fly a ball. It's up there for a long time. You're near it, miss it. It's a miscatch error. I'm sorry.
I agree. I mean, it's like a pretty stupid rule, but it is the rule. Like the infield errors, it feels like it's just like blatantly against the whole point
Yeah.
of what the rule is trying to do.
Yes. Yeah. But it's more frustrating now because they don't call anything error. So not literally nothing is an error unless it's a throwing error. It's just
Right.
really annoying.
Right. Um, what do you do with Trey Turner long term?
Nothing. You can't.
You keep him at shortstop?
Uh, I guess you could try him in left. I mean, he did it when he was younger.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point you almost have to move him off of shortstop. You're not going to do it this year,
No,
even
they're
though
not
I
gonna do it
mean,
this year.
I don't know. I'm tired of seeing him at shortstop when I'm almost positive that just about anybody would be better than him. You could put Edmundo Sosa there every day, and I think he would
Yeah.
be much better.
But the thing with Turner, it's not defensive ability is the problem. He's just a freaking head case.
Well, he doesn't have to throw as much. Like he gets to the balls, he just doesn't know how to throw them.
But a lot of the problems lately are him booting it, like just not picking it properly. Yeah, yeah. The throwing errors are insane because like the stupid sidearm thing he does, we just yeah,
Sure.
yeah, hate it,
So if you put him
hate
in
it.
the outfield, he's fast, right? I mean, he has been an outfielder before, so you figure, hey, maybe he's gonna keep on tracking fly balls. That ability hasn't completely gone away. Um, and he doesn't have to throw the ball all that much anymore.
I mean, he
I, I,
wasn't a
I just
great wasn't a great center fielder, but he only did play it for 40 games his rookie year. So
if we want him to be better than he is right now, the bar is
yeah,
quite low, right? Like him at shortstop is like almost untenable, if not
yeah,
completely untenable.
yeah. I mean, putting him in left could like clear his like put him in left, so that short that so you get just another right-handed bat in the lineup, and you put Martin right.
Right? Give him a reset, right? Give him a reset.
Yeah, just try it. Like
Yeah,
it just at least do it against like lefties sometimes to get Sosa in the lineup.
sure. No, that's true. That's true. Um, Other takeaways from this series to me, this is something that I feel like we're talking about every episode, but like the lefties in the bullpen are really bad. Obviously today we saw Banks, Backus, each of them gave up a run. You go to the prior series that we missed in episode 4, and we've seen Alvarado continue to struggle as well. And I am at the point where, to me, a lefty bullpen piece might be more important than an extra bat or a starting pitcher. I think right now I'd go bullpen, bat, starting pitcher. How about you?
No, I mean, if you're going to do like a big trade this deadline, the best one is Chapman and Contreras from the Red Sox. You do try to get a big deal from them, Get that solves two big problems.
We've heard about this on High Hopes, and I'm sure everybody listening to this has listened to that. I don't think the Phillies have the chips in the farm system to actually even make that trade. Not even talk
No,
about if
they
it's a good
do,
or a
but
bad
it would
idea.
cost. But it would be woof. We do. It would be woof.
I don't know if Gage Wood plus gets you there.
You gotta remember that John Henry is a
Sure,
cheap,
but I mean,
cheap man.
I don't think they need a Chapman level arm. I am, still steadfast in my philosophy of not giving up crazy prospects for relief pitchers because I think it's just like a bad thing to do long term.
Yeah, no, but the whole thing is like, but you get Willson Contreras with it, and Willson Contreras has another year, 2 years of control with it. One of them being a team option.
I mean, I, I guess I don't know. I just don't see it. I mean, I think all you need to like kind of learn about the Phillies farm system is to see that Gabriel Roncones Jr. is their sixth best prospect, and he is a 25-year-old that is struggling to do just about
He's
anything
he,
in the major
he's
leagues.
the past 5 games he's paid enough.
Sample size, right? Like
But yeah, yeah, sample size. He's a rookie.
yeah, I mean, but he's 25 years old. He's an old rookie.
But yeah, but he was hurt last year.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the hope, but it is
Yeah, the last 7 days he's batting 353. Just saying. The last
sure.
14 days he's hitting 281.
Yeah, I mean, I get the
And 20,
argument.
25, like I'm saying, 25 isn't old. It's like
I mean,
we're just looking through the superstars coming up being like 21 years old now.
sure. I mean, baseball has definitely changed in that way, which makes me feel very old. I am in my last two days of being 25, so I get that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, freaking baby. You don't even still come at me. Kyle Drapek was the last one who was drafted. Uh, who was older than me.
yeah,
No,
I
not
don't.
older than me. He was the last. No, 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 no. I'm way off on that.
We've had
Man,
this discussion before. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, yeah,
I don't like the slow march of time. I'm not a fan of it.
yeah. You just get used to it. You get used to it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Uh,
But anywho, um,
it's been 20 years since Howard won MVP.
dear God,
Ugh.
that's crazy.
Yeah, you were
But
freaking 5 years old. God damn it.
I was I was 5 years old, or I guess 6 years old by the end of the season. But
Yeah,
I I don't want the Phillies. I think a bullpen piece is more important, but if they are going to sell like big pieces at the trade deadline, which I'm unconvinced they will, I would much rather them sell the big piece for an offensive addition to the team, even though I think the smarter thing to do is give up like another mid-tier prospect for like a mid-tier reliever. Right? Like I really need to see like Cade Obermueller here? Probably not, right? Like I'm looking at like someone like that for a relief pitcher.
yeah. It's just there's no one worth it offensively to trade the farm for, unless like you can get Jose Rodriguez. That's like he's like the one guy, like a young right-handed bat. Good luck getting him.
Yeah, I mean there's just not that much there, and we are going to have to talk as we get closer to the trade deadline. Now less than a month
Yeah, the
away.
draft's coming up, and all that.
Yeah, I mean the baseball draft is a thing. I mean it's cool. Like I wish I
Julio
liked
Rodriguez,
it
not Jose
more.
Rodriguez. I'm an idiot.
But it's just like inherently less exciting than other drafts because these guys are so far away.
But it's been shifting more towards college. A lot of that. It just yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh
What was it? The owners that want to get rid of the high school part of the draft?
yes, the owners do want to get rid of the high school part of
Yeah.
the draft.
Yeah, I know, like the same excuse they give like the NBA with the one and done rule. Again, the college education. I mean, for baseball, actually, would make sense because you're more likely to not make it to the majors than you are if you're a stud recruit for the NBA.
Sure. Sure.
So that actually isn't a terrible argument on their part for this sport.
Yes, but I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get into the whole labor stuff today. It's such a
Yeah,
mess. Such a
it is a
mess.
mess.
All right. Um, Anything else that you have for us today?
Uh, no, uh, and Cat Cavalli got reduced only to 5 games, but at least he still got suspended. That was total bullshit. But the John Boy video did actually break it down and make things a little bit more less one-sided.
Yeah, I need to watch that at some point. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, obviously Cavalli is wrong, but Contreras definitely poked the bear.
I've seen the original clip. I just haven't seen the
Oh yeah, no, but just a
John Boy break.
TLDR, you should definitely watch John Boy because he's always great what he does. But he backed it up with so many video evidence of like just Contreras' career and everything. He broke off from the third base line to walk back to the dugout and like walked right in front of Cavalli and like really just like we all know how pitchers get when you walk in front of them.
Sure. Yeah,
So yeah.
that makes sense to me. Um, well, let's look ahead to this next series. I think the Phillies are at a point where they really just gotta get to
Oh
the All Star break.
wait. I mean, to wait, just I mean, we have the sad news. We should just mention uh, Al Holland sadly passed away. He was the closer of the '83 pennant winning team. So thoughts and prayers, condolences to his family.
Yeah, good call out there. Without doubt. So moving on to the Phillies probables, which honestly, there's not really probables to take a look at right now, at least not officially from the Phillies. But it does look like they're going to have Zach Wheeler be pitching tomorrow, Jesus Luzardo on Thursday, and then we'll figure it out on Wednesday. Maybe like some kind of bullpen game or something like that. Um,
Yeah.
we'll see. And then for the Reds, they're going against Andrew Abbott, Chase Burns, and Brady Singer. So, not glad to see Chase Burns again.
Yeah. So, but the Reds, it's just insane how good the Phillies have been and how bad the Reds have been. Like beginning of May when we played them and we were getting right, like we were fighting them for the wild card spot, and we're well after this loss we're a half game back at the number one wild card spot, but the Reds are 8 games behind us.
The turns have tabled.
Oh,
Um,
good. Oh, thank goodness. This loss, our run differential is back to negative. Whew.
oh God, I did forgot to mention that. It did make our where it should be, right? Like, why would our run differential be positive? It needs to be negative
Yeah.
and just stay that way, right? Like, it's just the way it is. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, try to take 2 out of 3, but I'm at the point where I don't know. Just win 2 out of 3. Actually, let's make it simple. Win 2 out of 3, or else we'll be sad.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Jeremy. Very much appreciated. And
Just
thank you.
hopefully we can summer coming along, we can get to more timely releases. We're sorry everyone that we're only been doing like once a week.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a little bit crazy for the last little bit. So apologies for that. But thank you all for listening, and we'll be back to you soon with another episode.
Bye.